Hello, Cheezburger here. In this video, I'd like to talk to you about jade runestone. Jade runestone, as some of you are well aware, is used in the crafting of the 3rd generation legendary weapons. One of the biggest sources for jade runestone used to be the Kaineng city jumping puzzle. However, on the 28th of February, in one of the updates, Kaineng has changed the amount of jade runestone you can get from the chest at the end of the jumping puzzle from 1 per day per character to 1 per day per account. That has essentially killed the farm in Kaineng City jumping puzzle. Still, there are other sources for jade runestone, and I have developed a daily routine where you can spend 15 minutes of your time to get around 7 to 9 jade runestone fairly comfortably. This daily routine is designed for veteran players. That means you must have unlocked the glider, the sky scale mount, have a character that's decently geared, must have a build, an open world build that can take on elite enemies fairly comfortably, and must have some area of the Kaineng maps explored. Well, having said all that, let's get straight to it. To start our routine, we must first come to the southeast corner of the Echo Wilds map. Take the Mori Village waypoint. From there, get on your mount and head north. We might guess through 2 gates. Here's one. Here's another one. And just a little bit north of here, there's a jade tech zipline that we have to take. From here you can see another jade tech zipline. We have to glide towards that one and take it. Once we get to the end of the zip lines, oh, there's a bunch of phoenix here. Let me take care of them first. Once you're out of combat, get on your mount and go higher. Here's the first chest where you get your jade runestone. After that, let's drop to the bottom. Make sure you don't die on your way there. Just behind this giant tree, there's an ancient lantern. Click on the lantern and click through the prompt. This will take you to the mini dungeon. Oh, somebody has already started this. We have to wait for them to finish the mini dungeon so we can start a fresh one. Oh, as you can see, the other person's already finished the mini dungeon and it will close down in 2 minutes. Let's wait for them to finish. So we're being kicked out of the mini dungeon. Let's back in. So we have started a new instance of the mini dungeon. This mini dungeon is fairly linear, but you have to be present for all the events in all the chambers be able to open all the chests in the end of the mini dungeon. Most of the activities are just killing enemies and move on to the next room. There are 2 puzzles in the middle of the dungeons, and we'll go through those together. Here's the first puzzle room. You have to press the levers in the right sequence to open up the door to the next room. I'll put the solution on the screen so you guys can look at it. So sometimes you're in the mini dungeon with another person. Make sure you have to solve the puzzle yourself to get credit. It will tell you on the screen that you have solved the puzzle. That way you know for sure that you can open all the chests at the end of the dungeon. This is the second puzzle room. What you have to do is place all these weapons in the middle of the room in front of the correct statue. See, sometimes you're here with another players, but you have to solve this puzzle yourself to get credit to open up the room, the chest at the end of the puzzle. See, it says I solved the puzzle. I don't know where the other player has gone though. He just disappeared. Once we complete the dungeon, the chest room will open and we can loot all the chests here.
Mine, all mine.
For the next set of chests, we must take the Jade Gate waypoint. Go there. From the waypoint, head west, where you see a Jade Tech zip line. Take the zip line. Take the zip line beside it. Once you're over here, slightly above us to the west, there's another Jade Tech zip line we must get to. And that will get us to a branch overlooking the chest that we want to open. It's right there. So we glide down. We gotta kill this enemy.
I could outrun a centaur.
From here, we drop down. Make sure to not die on your way down there. The next chest is in a tree cavern. So you have to clear out the enemies before getting a chance to open up the chest. These enemies are fairly easy to defeat if you have a good build going. Exiting the cavern will take the zip line to get back to ground level. The next chest we need to open is somewhere around here on the map. And it's high up on the canopy, so we need to take some of the jade zip lines in this village. Let's first get there first.
Slow down. What happened?
And on top of one of the buildings, there's a zip line. And behind this wooden structure, there's another zip line. I'll take this one. There's another zip line right beside it. There's another zip line a little bit above us. I'll take this one. Take the other zip line beside it. Right here we come to a bridge with the Lee Canton Spirit guarding the porter. And there's a slide puzzle here. We can do that on our way to the chest we need to open. The grand chest we need to open is right beside this elite phoenix. Oh, this player just killed it, so we'll just open it. For the next chest, we need to drop down all the way to the bottom. And to the north of this village, there is a mini dungeon, I guess, what you would call it. Under the root of this giant tree. So head all the way to the bottom until you reach water.
I cannot wait to eat something other than squash.
Once you see
Since we
water
couldn't trade it,
and past this gate, take a left.
baby squash, sauteed squash, mashed squash.
Behind is a trickling waterfall. There's a passage that you go into. Here's the entrance to the dungeon. Usually this guy is hostile. You need to defeat him to use the teleporter. But I think somebody's had defeated him already, so we'll just take the teleporter and we're back. My camera ran out of power. That was awkward. Okay, we're inside the first room. On our way to the last chest. In this room, you can see all these exploding traps. You have to get across. If you get hit once, it's not a big deal. You won't die, but make sure to not get hit twice or go down. I like to just use my mobility skills to teleport. You can dodge through traps as well.
When I disable
The second part of this mini dungeon is sort of a small jumping puzzle. It's not too long. I hate jumping puzzle myself, but this won't take long. Probably a minute at most. Alright, when you get to this part, you just grab the Ember Runestone. and click on the teleporter.
There they are.
Here's the last challenge of the mini dungeon.
Long.
Your objective is to kill this veteran at the end of all these poison traps. Get the runestone to open the final chest. We're gonna zoom past all these poison traps. Uh-oh. Okay, just gonna get stuck here. Okay, we got the jade runestone. Ignore all these mobs and just get
I can't
through.
enter the armory on my own. But
Oh.
you... Yes,
What happened
you
here?
can. There's a weapon inside. Family heirloom.
Looks like I clicked on the teleporter twice and got out of the dungeon. Alright, we're here inside the chest room. Once you get the 2 runestones, you just place each on each side of the chest. One here, another here, then you can loot the chest. That will give you one more jade runestone.
They've survived too long to perish now.
And to get the final jade runestone of the day,
Maybe I'll find
we'll have to switch to my other character where he's at the end of the jumping puzzle, and we'll get our final jade runestone. Let's do that. Alright, we're at the end of the jumping puzzle in Kaineng City, and this is the loot chest. You loot it, it will give you 1 to 2 jade stone if I'm not mistaken. So here you go, folks. That's my daily routine to get from 7 to 9 jade runestone, depends how lucky I am. There are other sources of jade runestone that I excluded from this video. Those 2 are in the Seitung province map. One is a jumping puzzle in the Jaya Bluffs, if I'm pronouncing it correctly. And one is another mini dungeon in Zendaijun. These 2, in my opinion, are worth the time. In Zendaijun, you have to kill 3 champions, which takes a long time if you're by yourself. And the jumping puzzle in Jaya Bluff, you cannot just stay at the end chest and loot it every day, because you have to light the torches. I think in total there are about 6 or 5 of them, and it takes a long time, so I skip these 2 every day. Oh, for the Kaineng City jumping puzzle, to get up here, you only need to get up here once. If you're good at jumping puzzle, if you want to avoid doing jumping puzzle entirely, there's always a person here with a tag. He's ready to port you up to the chest room for a little bit of tip, so you can always get here pretty easily. Alright folks, that's the video. I hope you're learning something new, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.